How's it going, guys? Peep is...
I have a pump that one day controller players will be judged not by their ping, but by the speed of their edits, said Martin Luther Ping Jr.
here. And you know what? I give up. I'm accepting defeat. Quite frankly, sub goals are just not the move anymore. See, that's irrelevant, right? We gotta leave that in 2024. It's time to evolve, right? We are maturing. So my final words are, be sure to subscribe. At 200k, I'm showing off my feet. Feet reveal at 200k. Stinky, smelly. I'm stupid. Alright. We're gonna move on past that. Alright, we're done talking about dogs and toes. So before we talk about today's video, today's drama, if you will, I need to elaborate what strikes are on YouTube. So a YouTube strike. Best way to describe this is, imagine having a high-paying dream job that pays you 6 figures a year, right? Imagine having the privilege of, making 6 figures a year just doing whatever you want, right? Whether it's something to do with gaming or, having a podcast, right? But you have 3 points on you at all times. And these 3 points are very fragile, right? You mess one up and it's an immediate loss of a point, right? Lose all 3 points and you're gone. Like, you're done. You lose your dream job. You do not make a 6-figure salary anymore. Go back to working at McDonald's. Now picture giant corrupt corporations just being so upset with the fact that you have your dream job to the point where just like, okay, we're gonna monitor everything you do, and if you mention our movies, right? If you play a 3-second clip from our movie, then we're taking a point away for no reason. We're not even gonna explain why. Just, we're taking a point away from you. Screw you. And these corporations just haunt you at every second of the day. That's basically how the YouTube strike system works, right? I'm very privileged to be having such an amazing job here at YouTube, right? Creating like a connection with my viewers, right? I love y'all. I'm genuinely grateful for every single one of y'all. But it is very easy for me to lose this overnight because of just corporate modern day greed, right? I did have a problem with copyright strikes, right? Because of this individual. If you're a veteran of the channel, you'll know exactly who Lol Cringe is. So I made a cringe video on him. He striked my channel 4 times. Yes, I could have lost this channel because this dude had a very fragile ego. Okay, so before we get onto today's subject, I do also have to remind you that if you get a strike on your channel is demonetized for 90 days. 3 whole months. Do you know how financially terrible that must be? For 3 months straight, just no income. You just have to spend whatever you have saved on your account and just be a penny pincher, be a Mr. Krabs for 3 months straight. Just to give you guys a good idea with what it's like to get striked on YouTube. More so falsely striked, because today we're talking about Nintendo and what they've been doing on YouTube as of recently. Because today we have to visit this fella right here, Retro Game Corps. Now he makes a lot of gaming content. A lot of the times it does end up circling around emulation. Now the word emulation is a very dangerous word. Matter of fact, I don't even know if I'm allowed to be showing you any of these thumbnails because of how Nintendo's been functioning as of recently. Because Nintendo, you guys aren't believe this, I think Nintendo's a little greedy. They have never done anything. Look, this is... Look, there's a difference between being a Nintendo fan and a Nintendo fan, right? It's okay to enjoy Animal Crossing. It's okay to enjoy Mario, right? It's okay to enjoy the products that Nintendo releases. But I think we can all agree Nintendo's low-key a terrible company. They have a history of just making games impossible to play for some reason. Like, it's not like they have anything to hide. Like, the game's perfectly fine. But if you somehow find a way to emulate it and make it playable again, they will go after you. They will cease and desist your ass. They will copyright strike your channel. They will go out of their way just to make your life as miserable as possible because you want to re-experience a game that's not available anymore. Okay, I'm gonna stop yapping. Let's just get straight into this. This exact topic that I'm talking about is the reason why this channel got 2 copyright strikes from Nintendo for emulating video games. Hi friends, well, it does appear that my worst fears are true. that I am being specifically targeted by Nintendo. My Wii U video was taken down and I've received another copyright strike, even though this showcase video was no different than all of the tech demos and reviews I've made on this channel previously. I'm still considering a counterclaim under fair use, as the video was for educational use, transformative in nature, and had no effect on the market. It was a demonstration of a console no longer for sale, even the Wii U eShop is closed, so the company itself has no means of earning revenue from Wii U sales. This is going to be a very common pattern when it comes to Nintendo, making games impossible to play, and then throw a sissy fit when people find ways to play it. And, you know, I'm going to repeat myself, there's literally nothing to hide in these games. These guys are just making them impossible for some reason, I don't know. At the very least, this means I'm going to change how I approach future videos. I will no longer show any Nintendo games on screen, which is a shame because I love using those games for my hardware demonstrations. I don't know how that will play out when it comes to showing things like ESDE, front-end themes that contain Nintendo characters, but for now I'm going to focus on actual gameplay. I will never understand, like, this isn't Nintendo's first rodeo. Nintendo is known for just making it hell for content creators. Like, I would not be surprised if Scott the Woz is in their crosshairs, right? Poor Scott the Woz made a whole video on emulation. He's next. Now, obviously, when it comes to stuff like this, I think the go-to thought process would be, you know, innocent until proven guilty. Like, obviously, we don't want to recreate the Manny Show incident, the SS Sniper Wolf incident, you know, where they were quote-unquote false striking multiple channels for talking about them, when in reality, they had no idea that this was happening. They were unaware about these false strikes. It was actually their agencies that were just false striking channels for some reason. I think they just had like a power surge or something. And because of those days from like, I don't know, half a year ago at this point, it's safe to assume innocent until proven guilty. But at the same time, this is Nintendo, right? I think Nintendo's known for being like the fun police for literally everything. Like, I don't understand this company. Like, you actually can't do anything like Nintendo related on YouTube anymore. It's hilarious. But, you know, as of recently, they've been really putting their foot down on emulation, because this is hurting the business, apparently. Ryujinx emulator taken down after devs reach agreement with Nintendo. Yesterday, GDK-chan was contacted by Nintendo and offered an agreement to stop working on the project, remove the organization and all related assets he's in control of. While awaiting confirmation on whether he would take this agreement, the organization has been removed, so I think it's safe to say what the outcome is. Rather than leave you with only panic and speculation, I decided to write this short message to give some closure. And it's just basically him thanking everyone for using the emulator. And this happened fairly recently, because Nintendo has a habit of going after emulation programs for some reason. Like, this isn't Nintendo's first rodeo. They have gone after like multiple emulation softwares in the process in the past couple years, right? Because God forbid people play games that Nintendo doesn't even sell anymore. If you have such a problem with people emulating impossible to play games, how about you just release it on the platforms that you have? Like, release it on the Switch, right? Like, Nintendo, unironically, is slowly becoming one of the most delusional companies in the video game industry right now. Like, try to make it make sense. It's insane how a company can go from like one of the most lovable, most wholesome companies like in the world to just, oh, you're not allowed to have fun anymore. It's wild. It really is. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm gonna go now, so yeah. I guess y'all. Boom.